Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to solve section A questions, that is 1 mark questions from pair of linear equations in two variables chapter, which had appeared in CBSE board exam 2025 question papers. Now this is a compilation of all the questions that had appeared in 2025 papers, and it has a total of 6 questions in the list, but I will be starting from question 2 onwards because question 1 I have already solved it. So I'll be dropping down the link of the first question in the description box below, along with the questions and their respective timestamps for your reference. So let us start with the second question now. The value of k for which the system of linear equations 6x plus y is equal to 3k and 36x plus 6y equal to 3 have infinitely many solutions is. So here we can see that two equations are given, and here we need to find out the value of k, and the hint given is the x and y value over here have infinitely many solutions. So infinitely many solutions means it represents coincident lines. So before we begin, let us write down these two given equations in their general form. So the first equation 6x plus y is equal to 3k is written in its general form as a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. Similarly, the second equation 36x plus 6y is equal to 3 is represented in its general form as a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. So by comparison, we can write here a1 will be equal to 6 because both are coefficients of x, b1 will be equal to 1 because both are coefficients of y, and c1 is equal to 3k because both are constants. Similarly, here a2 will be equal to 36, b2 will be equal to 6, and c2 will be equal to 3. Now once we have got the values of these variables, let us write down the condition for coincident lines or infinitely many solutions. a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. Now we have already got the values of these variables. So here we have to just plug in their values. So a1 over a2 becomes 6 over 36 is equal to b1 over b2 becomes 1 over 6 is equal to c1 over c2 becomes 3k over 3. Now here 6 over 36 can be simplified. That is 6 1 times is 6 and 6 times is 36. Now here 3 from the numerator and 3 from the denominator can divide each other. That is 3 1 times is 3 and 3 1 times is 3. So here the fractions will simplify as 1 over 6 is equal to 1 over 6 is equal to k. So the condition itself says that the fractions have to be same. So here we can clearly see that the value of k has to be 1 over 6 to satisfy this condition. So here our answer is going to be option B, 1 over 6. The value of k should be 1 over 6. Now let us move on to the next question. The line represented by the equation x minus y is equal to 0 is. So we have to see the line represented by the equation x minus y equal to 0. If the line is going to be parallel to x-axis or y-axis, or is it going to pass through the origin, or is it going to pass through the point 3, 2. So let us consider this equation. So x minus y equal to 0. Now in the next step I have taken negative y on the right hand side. So we get the equation as x equal to y. Now let us try to understand this equation over the graph. So this is a rough graph I have taken over here to understand the equation. Now x equal to y means if x is 0, y is going to be 0. So if x is 0, y is going to be 0. The point is going to be over here. If x is 1, y is going to be 1. So we have the point over here. If x is 2, y is going to be 2. So the point is going to be here. And if x equal to 3, y is going to be equal to 3. And it goes on. So let us try to draw the straight line passing through all these points. So here we can see that the line x equal to y passes through the origin and it is a straight line. So here if they have given the line is parallel to x-axis, this is the wrong option. The line is parallel to y-axis, this is the wrong option. The line is passing through the origin, so this is correct because the line is passing through the origin. And the last option also, let us see. The line is passing through the point 3, 2. So we can see that the line passes through 3, 3, not 3, 2. So the option D is also wrong. So here our answer is going to be option C. That is the line represented by the equation x minus y equal to 0 is passing through the origin. Now let us move on to the next question. The value of p for which the equations px plus 3y is equal to p minus 3 and 12x plus py is equal to p has infinitely many solutions is. So here we can see that two equations are given and we have to find out the value of p given that the equations have infinitely many solutions. Now infinitely many solutions means it represents coincident lines. So let us begin by writing the given equations in their general form first. So here the first equation px plus 3y is equal to p minus 3 can be written as a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. Now by comparison we can see that a1 is equal to p because both are coefficients of x. So here we have written a1 is equal to p. Now b1 is equal to 3 because both are coefficients of y, and c1 and p minus 3 are same because both represents the constants. Similarly, the second equation 12x plus py is equal to p can be written in its general form as a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. So by comparison we can say that a2 is equal to 12, b2 is equal to p and c2 is equal to p. Now once we have got the values of these variables, let us concentrate on condition for infinitely many solutions or coincident lines. So the condition is a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. So we have to just plug in the values of the variables we have got in this condition. So here we have written a1 over a2 becomes p over 12 is equal to b1 over b2 becomes 3 over p is equal to c1 over c2 becomes p minus 3 over p. Now since here we need to find out the value of p, we are going to take the first two fractions and equate them together. You can take the second two fractions as well, but the first two are easier, so I am going to focus on these two fractions. So p over 12 is equal to 3 over p. Now cross multiplying we can write p times p gives us p square is equal to, now 3 times 12 gives us 36. Now taking the square on the other side of equal to sign, we get the value of p as plus or minus square root of 36, or simplifying this we get plus or minus 6. Now here if we look at the options, we have been given the value of p as negative 6 only or 6 only, or is it going to be plus or minus 6, or is it going to be any real number except plus or minus 6. So to find out which is the correct option, we are going to take both the values of p which we have got, that is plus 6 and minus 6, plug it in this condition and see which value of p satisfies this condition. So here I have written down the condition again which we have got over here for easy reference. So p over 12 is equal to 3 over p is equal to p minus 3 over p. Now let us take the value of p as 6 first. So when we take p is equal to 6, that is one of the values of p we have got, we are going to write 6 over 12 is equal to 3 over 6 is equal to 6 minus 3 gives us 3 over p becomes 6, that is 3 over 6. Now we can simplify all these fractions. So 6 over 12 can be written as 1 over 2 because both go in the table of 6 is equal to, now 3 over 6 becomes 1 over 2 again because both go in the table of 3 is equal to 3 over 6 again becomes 1 over 2. So p is equal to 6 has satisfied the condition for infinitely many solutions, that is a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. So this is the correct value of p. Now let us check for negative 6 as well because we have got it over here. So p is equal to negative 6, again we are going to plug it in this condition. So negative 6 over 12 is equal to 3 over negative 6 is equal to negative 6 negative 3 over negative 6. Now negative 6 over 12 can be simplified further as negative 1 over 2. Now 3 over negative 6 can again be simplified as negative 1 over 2. Now negative 6 and negative 3 becomes negative 9 over negative 6. Now negative and negative cancels from the numerator and denominator, and 9 and 6 go in the table of 3 giving us 3 over 2. Now minus 1 over 2 is equal to minus 1 over 2, but these two fractions are not equal to 3 over 2. So p is equal to minus 6 does not satisfy the condition. So we have just one value of p over here, that is p is equal to 6. So here let us see if it is in the options above. So here we have the value of p as 6 only, that is option B. Now let us move on to the next question. The system of equations 2x plus 1 equal to 0 and 3y minus 5 equal to 0 has the four options given are A. Unique solution, B. Two solutions, C. No solution, or D. Infinite number of solutions. So here we can see two equations are given. So let us rearrange the first equation and get the value of x. So here the first equation 2x plus 1 equal to 0. We are going to take plus 1 on the other side of equal to sign. So we get 2x is equal to minus 1. Now taking 2 on the other side of equal to sign, we get the value of x as minus 1 over 2. So here we can see that we have just one value of x over here, that is minus 1 over 2. Now let us check for the second equation. So 3y minus 5 equal to 0. Taking minus 5 on the other side of equal to sign, we get 3y is equal to 5. Now taking 3 on the other side of equal to sign, we get the value of y as 5 over 3. So here we have just one value of y as well, that is 5 over 3. Since x and y have just one values, that is minus 1 over 2 and 5 over 3, it represents unique solution. Unique means just one solution. So here the system of equations has just one solution, that is unique solution, which is option A. Now let us move on to the next question. If the system of equations 3x plus 2y is equal to 4 and 4ax plus a plus b times y is equal to 16 has infinitely many solutions, then. So this question is very similar to the questions we have done so far. So you can pause the video and give it a try. So let us begin by writing the given equations in their general form. So 3x plus 2y is equal to 4 can be written in its general form as a1x plus b1y is equal to c1. Now by comparison we have written a1 is equal to 3, b1 is equal to 2 and c1 is equal to 4. Similarly, the second equation can be written in its general form as a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. By comparing we can write a2 is equal to 4a, b2 is equal to a plus b and c2 is equal to 16. Now since infinitely many solutions is being mentioned, now this represents the coincident lines, and the condition for coincident lines is a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. Now in the next step we have substituted their respective values. That is a1 over a2 becomes 3 over 4a is equal to b1 over b2 becomes 2 over a plus b is equal to c1 over c2 becomes 4 over 16. Now in the next step we have taken the first two fractions, because if we see the options given over here, it's a relationship between a and b. So 3 over 4a is equal to 2 over a plus b. Now cross multiplying, 3 multiplies with a plus b is equal to 2 multiplies with 4a. Now we are going to expand the brackets on the left hand side. So we get here 3 times a gives us 3a plus 3 times b is 3b is equal to 2 times 4a gives us 8a. Now let us collect the like terms. That is, we can take 3a on the right hand side. So we get 8a. Now plus 3a becomes minus 3a is equal to 3b. Now 8a minus 3a, they both are like terms. So the difference of these two terms gives us 5a. So 5a will be equal to 3b. So let us see if it is in the options above. So here, if the system of equations has infinitely many solutions, then 5a will be equal to 3b. This is the relationship we have got between a and b by using this condition. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. This was the last question from section A of pair of linear equations in two variables chapter from CBSE board exam 2025. If I have left out any of the questions from section A from this chapter, I will be including in the playlist. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. And if you found this video useful, then check out this playlist where you'll find more examples of this kind. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.